Hello everybody, really quickly I'm just gonna fix this. So, that's my computer making that sound. It needs to calm down. I don't like that sound. I don't like that white noise. Whatever. So, I'm playing 1 hour meditation music this time because it's a bit quieter so you can hear me better. But this is a Todoroki X Vil Listener. It's called Forgotten Morals by Words of Fate from Deviant Art. Hopefully I can find it again. There it is. I had to scroll through all of my tabs. But someone requested this. I can look for the name right now, actually. It was, let's see. I am so blind. I am so sorry. My goodness, I am blind. Okay, should be under this one. So, Shoto Todo asked if I could do a Todoroki X Villain Listener, and that's what we're doing today. So, I hope you enjoy. Okay. Soulmate AU, where you see flashbacks of their past the first time you touch. It all happened in such a blur. When the villains attacked the training camp, it was Todoroki and Bakugo who were together. The smartest decision throughout most of it was to stick together in order to fight the villains they crossed paths with. But not when two villains struck at once out of the blue. One moment Bakugo was right beside him, and the next the hot-headed blonde was dozens of meters away, fighting a villain who knew just exactly how to set him off. Todoroki wasn't oblivious to the obstacle lied before him, though. No, he knew someone lied in, waiting for him beyond the smoke that kicked up after the attack. He just wasn't expecting it to be someone such as yourself. There you stood with your hands shoved inside your pockets, looking as if you couldn't care less about the current situation. You didn't appear fazed at all by the thick ice which formed itself around the dual-colored haired boy's left hand. Even from a distance, he could see just how lifeless your eyes were. Are you accompanying the villains in their attack? Todoroki inquired, never taking his gaze off you. Villains, heroes, they're all just pointless titles. Just call me by my name, Lion. I'll take that as a yes, he muttered to himself before speaking up. Surrender now and save us both time. Surrender? You questioned as if the word was foreign to you. After suffering through so many tragic events and losing everyone I care about, fighting is all that brings me joy. He knew better than to expect any villain to give in so easily, but this was one battle he didn't care to fight. His greatest concern at the moment was ensuring the safety of his friends, yet there was something inside him screaming not to fight you. This wasn't something he felt with any other enemy he faced, though he didn't have time to give it much thought. Adjusting the computer because, yeah. Okay. Without warning, he hurled a wall of ice at you in hopes of a quick and clean knockout without dealing too much damage, but you nimbly dodged it without even batting an eye. Do not go easy on me, Todoroki Shoto, for it will be undoing. Todoroki gritted his teeth in frustration, most of the anger directed at himself, for being as foolish as to expect it to be that easy. Even if it resulted in severe injuries, he knew he needed to stop a threat as great as you before anyone else was harmed. though you never gave him another chance. In a blink of an eye, you were running towards him at full speed with blades in hand. He was so shocked he barely had any time to react, only managing to slow you down with the help of his ice crook, long enough for him to get out of the way. Yet you did something he never expected. You used the icy terrain to your advantage. You skidded across the ice while maintaining your balance, putting Todoroki in a situation he didn't need. Using his ice crook would do nothing but aid you even further, and he couldn't use his flames without the heavy risk of setting fire to the surrounding trees. His only option was to face you head-on, but even that didn't go as planned. After all of your studying on Todoroki, you knew he fought far better from a distance using only his fire and ice powers. So when attempted to counter you head-on, you faltered and left yourself wide open, though he didn't manage to do much. The second his skin made contact with yours, the both of you froze, and the current scenery was replaced with that of the past. There he was, staring at the black and white image of a tearful young girl as she watched her home burn to the ground, along with the... That's my alarm. I apologize for that. It was only she that managed to escape the I'm just going to restart that paragraph. There he was, staring at the black and white image of a tearful young girl as she watched her home burn to the ground along with the rest of her family. It was only she that managed to escape the unforgiving flames as they engulfed everything she loved in one foul swoop. The cause of those murderous flames stood mere feet away in the form of not only a villain but a hero as well. The fight between the two was reckless and resulted in the destruction of many things, including her family's life. Despite this, everyone else praised the hero for his noble actions and failed to realize how much destruction he caused. How many lives were lost in the attempt to catch one measly villain. Not all heroes were that as they were called, and she was forced to learn this the hard way, in the form of sorrow. It was on that day that she learned that there was no difference between a hero and a villain, that all humans were equally cruel by nature. From that day forward, she found herself resenting any person who considered them a hero of this malicious world. The vision ended there, and it wasn't until he stared into your fearful-looking eyes that it was you who he saw in the vision. And what this truly meant. You were his soulmate. Did you also see something? You hesitantly asked. Todoroki nodded slowly, still trying to wrap his head around the whole situation. You're my... Don't, you growled, anger flaring up in you. This doesn't change a thing. You're still nothing more than a vile person harming others for the sake of your twisted justice. Todoroki flinched away, as if you had stabbed him with one of your knives. With your words. Todoroki flinched away, as if you had stabbed him with one of your knives. Although your words had cut deeper than any blade ever could. Not every hero is the same. You merely scoffed. You merely scoffed. I assume you believe to be one of the good ones. How do you intend on proving that to me? I assume you also saw a flashback of my past, Todoroki stated. Your gaze landed on his scar, and even if only momentarily, that was all he needed to know, that you were aware of how it was obtained. My past alone should be enough to prove myself to you. You hesitated, wanting to argue, yet not knowing what you could say that would make any difference. You accompanied the League of Villains for their attack on the training camp, not because you were forced to, but because you supported their goals. And here you were, finding yourself being convinced by someone nothing more than a hero in training. Although this boy wasn't just a hero, by the work of twisted fate, your soulmate. was a hero who was gifted with fire powers no less. "I don't trust you," he said bluntly. "To be quite honest, I can't bring myself to fully trust you either," he slowly admitted. "But I'm not going to allow us to part ways without at least attempting to make this work. We only get one soulmate in life, and I refuse to waste this opportunity." You eyed him warily. "You can't force me to." "No, I can't. But if you did willingly agree, I could promise you a second chance in life, one full of more happiness than your current one. You haven't committed any real crime yet, so it's not too late. All you need to do is take my hand, YM." He warily stared at his outstretched hand, contemplating what would be the best course of action. After years of building up your pent-up anger, the League of Villains finally granted you an opportunity to get your revenge on the heroes. Yet here you were, being swayed by a young hero no less. Your mixed feelings towards Todoroki clouded your judgment. You despised him for nothing more than training to be a hero, but you still felt yourself drawn to him at the same time. Even if he was your soulmate, was a happy ending even possible with him? After everything you went through, was happiness worth abandoning your ideals and morals? Moreover, which was more important? As much as you hated to admit it, the answer was painfully clear. Without a second thought, you accepted his hand. And that is all! So, I have to re-record all these videos, so there's 2 more videos that I need to record again after this, but this will be the last video that I post today. Thank you for suggesting this. I hope this is good for you. It was the best one that I could find that made sense to me. And yeah, so hope you all enjoy, and I will see you guys next time. Adios.